latest news from the nation and across the globe is just minutes away with ABC News, 89, WLS, and WLSAM.com.
Attack of the killer tomatoes. Attack of the killer tomatoes. They'll beat you, bash you, squish you, mash you, chew you up for brunch, and finish you off for dinner.
7:22. Awake with Jake here until 8 o'clock. I'm an idea guy. I'd love to come up with ideas. Unfortunately, they never get implemented. Do you know there's been a lot of cars driving the wrong way down the expressways lately? There was one, I believe, up the old Northwest Tollway, which is what Jane Addams now, was up near Rosemont last week. Did someone get killed in that accident? Somebody was going the wrong way. And usually the crash involves alcohol. But there's been quite a few, even with people not drinking, people somehow they get on the expressway here and they're going the wrong way. I don't know how that happens. I have a feeling how it happens. People just make the wrong turn. I don't know. But then you wonder how they got in that position to make that wrong turn, you know. So they probably have to make a couple bad turns to go the wrong way to go up an exit ramp. There was a guy in Milwaukee a few weeks ago. Was it 94? Right on the outskirts, you know, that just goes right on the western part of Milwaukee. He went for 15 miles on a Friday night the wrong way. 15 miles. And at some point he realized he was going the wrong way and turned around. But they eventually caught the guy. So people are like, what should we do? What can we do? You know, we have to make it safe, and, you know, it's not enough to have a law in the books that says it's against the law to drive the wrong way down the expressway. You would think that'd be enough. The fact that somebody can get a ticket. Now, that would stop me from driving the wrong way down the road if I knew I can get a ticket. But apparently that's not enough. And they're looking for some sort of way of keeping people from doing that. Now, I have kind of a plan. And it doesn't involve just telling people they can't drive anymore. That would be too drastic. That'd be draconian. But this will work in many of the cases. This will work for the people that go up the exit ramp and go the wrong way. Here's what we put at every exit ramp. And this would also be good for the tire industry at some point. We put in one-way spikes. So if you go the wrong way on an exit ramp to get onto the expressway, your tires will go flat. And unless you're right on the rims, you're stopped. And that would stop most of the accidents. Now, if you're already on the expressway going the right direction and then you stop on the shoulder and make a U-turn, that I can't help you with. But if you're going onto the expressways here in Chicago the wrong way because you're going up the exit ramp, this will stop it. I was down by Navy Pier this past summer on Illinois, where Lake Point Tower is, and there's a ramp that comes off the northbound Lakeshore Drive that spits out by Navy Pier there, right next to Illinois. And the guy in front of me on Illinois decided he didn't want to loop around the front of Navy Pier. He didn't want to make a left by Lake Point Towers. He wanted to get on Lakeshore Drive. So what he did, he made a right turn, kind of a right U-y turn, and he went up the ramp going the wrong way, heading south on northbound Lakeshore Drive. I didn't hear a crash. I had to leave, so I don't know whatever happened to him, but he was on his own. But if we had the strips, we had the one-way spikes, that would have stopped that. Al in Westmont. Good morning, Al.
You took my thunder. I was just going to say, you put spikes in.
Yeah.
That would work.
All over the place.
Damn right.
There's too many cars going the wrong way.
That's right, and they're not all drunk. Some are just stupid.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of stupid people out there. A lot of stupid people.
Jake, happy birthday.
If it is. Thank you, Al.
Okay, bye.
See? There's a great American. Loves my idea. What would it cost to put those things in all over the place? Can't be that much. If it could save one life, wouldn't it be worth it? Huh? And speaking of, we love red light cameras here for the stop and go lights, and now they're going to do the speed cameras. We love those. Here's kind of what I've been thinking for a while. And here's the story out of New Jersey. They put a pilot program in for red light cameras a couple years ago because they want to change drivers' habits, how they drive, the behavior. And here's what they've noticed. There's an overall decline in traffic citations and also right angle crashes. So those are the ones when a car's coming through the intersection through the light and somebody has the green light, they do the T-bone, okay? Well, that's down. However, rear end crashes have risen by 20%, and total crashes are up by almost a full percentage point at intersections where cameras have been operated for at least a year. And they also say the net vehicle damage at each of these intersections is over $1 million. How about that? See, and this is what we've talked about in the past. When you have these intersections with the red light cameras and you don't know when it's going to change, the light's going to change, a lot of people tend to slow up. I don't do that. I just tend to stop. I figure you can never go wrong stopping on a green light. And what always worries me is if you are going through at a decent rate of speed and it starts to change and you hit your brakes to stop, the guy behind you may not stop. And what usually happens then? Exactly. You get rear-ended. And you know how long that takes. You got to fill out the accident reports and all that stuff. But that's what they've learned in New Jersey. Crashes, rear-end crashes have risen by 20%. Think about that, 20%. And these are at intersections where they're putting in these lights to make it safer. I'm from the government. I'm here to help you. 7:30, coming up to 7:30, we'll have more. We'll take more of your calls. 591-8900. Paul Bryan at 8 o'clock with Drive Chicago. Back after the news.
89 WL.